What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and Finner saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video guys, first of all I will show you the latest update in regards to the community inside our community and how this fact might help us to see the resolution. Then I will continue with the due diligence that directly shows us that SEC can solve a lot of problems within a blink of an eye if they want to solve it. But in our case, they definitely don't want to do it. That is why we are here, and we are here for more than 1.5 years. On top of that, I will show you that we have even more evidence that potentially another broker-dealer is out of shares, and we know that previously TradeStation admitted by themselves that they don't have basically enough shares to cover all the short positions that were opened in their brokerages. But for now, we have indirect, or let's put it this way, circumstantial evidence that E-Trade doesn't have enough shares as well. On top of that, I will show you potential conflict of interest and about potential insider trading that is directly related to Gary Gensler, the head of SEC Commission. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for the community. So, let's start with the news. Just yesterday I showed you that Bill Put started a new community that is directly related to MMTLP. He wrote this tweet basically about 24 hours ago, and he said, "To support the MMTLP community, I've created this. Join before I shut it off so shills don't join. Get in here." And here's this community. I have to say that for now it is more than 1,000 members, and we have more and more updates from community members right here, as you can see. And Pult also wrote this tweet 3 hours ago. 1,000 MMTLP members strong. What do you want me to know? I will reach each comment. I am trying to do my part to help you all. No promises, but at least I can help bring your story and pumping it out there. Also use this community to communicate too. It's yours. So guys, how this community might help us? I have to say that it is quite brilliant and so obvious that we had to have this type of community. Because in general, we didn't have, except, let's put it this way, except MMTLP resources or other websites, we didn't have a web resources which might help us to unite. And definitely this type of community might lead to more direct interactions in between the community, and definitely it might help us to solve a lot of problems in our case. How can you join it? Guys, it is very simple. A lot of our community members like Junk Savvy, let me show you, MMTLP, Meta News published this type of tweets. And for example, Meta News wrote this: "Attention MMTLP shareholders, Pult made a community where he'll be giving his thoughts on MMTLP. You can also leave your due diligence and concerns for him in this group." And Meta News added this link that is leading us to Pult's community. And definitely, I have to say that it might be very important, because for now we have so many obstacles ahead of us, and we have to break all the walls that were built by the wrongdoers. And guys, I have to say that we are doing it quite successfully, because there is no other community on the stock market who were attacked by short sellers, who were attacked by major market makers, and whose investments were diluted to oblivion or were attacked by these wrongdoers. We are the only people who has this type of achievements, like the major letter of 74 Congress members that was written back in December of last year by Congressman Ralph Norman and his office. We have so many lawsuits that definitely leads us to the resolution, and that give us a lot of new information that might be very important in upcoming litigations. And that is how we can benefit from this community, and that is why I think it is at least worth your attention to take a look at this community. So let me show you next news. You know that just recently we found out a lot of violations from authorities, and we found out that NextBridge Hydrocarbons has 2 QSIP numbers. We found out the relationships in between one of these QSIP numbers and the Metatron company, and here you can see the due diligence that was made by RareDD. And he published this tweet just yesterday, less than 24 hours ago. Both FINRA and the SEC knew about Metatron's M, R, and J history of having more than one CIK number at any given time. These are footnotes from a case where Metatron appealed a FINRA Rule 6490 deficiency determination to the SEC, and the SEC actually ruled in Metatron's favor. FINRA points out that they are basically a shell company that wasn't current in their filings with the SEC, but the SEC apparently liked Metatron's argument. They were current on the OTC, and the proposed split was for a pink sheet company for some reason. Funny how certain suspicious stickers get favor from the SEC even over FINRA. And guys, he added this screenshot of the footnote where the two CIK numbers were mentioned, and this is the official document from SEC Commission. And definitely, it is another evidence that if authorities want to solve a certain problem, they can do it. And the completely opposite conclusion is also relevant. If they don't want to solve anything, they will not do it by any means. So, let me show you another quite interesting update that he published 17 hours ago. So, first of all, this company basically violated, or let's put it this way, appealed to a FINRA Rule 6490, and SEC ruled in their favor. But then they made a stock split. As you can see, they also once filed for a 1 to 100,000 stock split, and definitely this ratio by definition leads to a conclusion that something is wrong with this company, because this type of split is extremely unusual, and I can't even remember whether it was anything like that in the history of Securities and Exchange Commission or not. And definitely it is also another evidence of at least suspicious activity on the market. So, let me show you another quite interesting update. Kristen Shaughnessy wrote this tweet again several hours ago. She said, FOIA requests reveal some of the compliance made to the SEC about DJT stock manipulation. The market makers in DJT are manipulating the option prices. I am a leading expert in option fraud and a former member of the CBOE, CBOT, and CME. I know what's going on. One person wrote. One person raised alarms a couple of weeks after the company went public about suspicious short seller activity, price suppression, illegal naked short selling, FTDs not closed out, and shares not purchased, brokerages lowering fake synthetic shares to collect high interest rates. Another person who said they owned shares in Trump's media company also complained about illegal naked shorting in April, and wrote that these crooks never have into account and cover their short positions every single day. The person said if something isn't done soon, they would file numerous lawsuits. And Kristen Shaughnessy added several screenshots. First of all, it is an article from Bloomberg that was published just 2 days ago, and it's titled, "Investors are angry about Trump media stock and they let the SEC know it." On top of that, she added this screenshot of the FOIA letter, and let me quote you this. If I try to sell the $5 spread for $5.10 when they are offering at $6, I am denied the right by the broker I deal with. If I rise a bit, they bid over me. If I then try to lower and offer, the broker tells me I cannot both bid and offer, but the market maker can. So definitely, it is not the common behavior of the broker-dealer, but this also leads us to the conclusion that something is happening behind the scenes, at least in regards to DJT case. And we know that our case is tied up together very close to DJT case. And if and when DJT case is solved, our case will have a huge push toward the resolution as well, because of this letter that was written on April 23rd of this year, and that was addressed to four chairmen of major committees. So definitely it is another news that potentially might lead to some kind of conclusion that might lead to the breakthrough in these cases. On top of that, guys, let me show you the next update, and here it is. Probably you remember that Timeless team, the person who had the limit order at the price of $200,000 per share, and he had it back in the days when Next Bridge Hydrocarbons was at the edge of U3 halt. And the status of this order was too late to cancel. This means this order should be executed, but Timeless team haven't received any money for this sell-off. And for now, you know that he's trying to transfer his shares from E-Trade to AST. And just recently, I covered it a couple of days ago, that the support desk told him that this transfer will happen within 3 to 5 business days and absolutely for free. But the very next day, it was quite suspicious withdrawal of $60 without any mentions of the purpose of this withdrawal from the broker's side. And for now, let me quote you this update. So, Timeless team wrote, transfer update, Saturday, cash is back, transfer still in process. Well, I did not receive any callback from E-Trade per my phone log from yesterday. But this morning it seems they have moved the $60 back to my cash account for my use now, over the weekend. Yeah, transfer still in process though. Questions. Did they move it back simply to apprise me? Did the request reject, or is it now being done as a no-fee transfer correctly? With this unexplained action now seen, I'll call the E-Trade cat on Monday for more help, since they are of course closed for the weekend. Until then, this cat keeps shaking his head on their actions, which seem louder than words unsaid so far. So guys, quite interesting and suspicious activity, but you might wonder how it might prove that E-Trade has a lack of shares, and let me show you this. We have this comment that was made 15 hours ago by Chris MP, and Chris wrote, mine from E-Trade was the same way. It stayed in process for a few weeks and even removed my shares. Then they put the money back and put my shares back. Then said they were unable to transfer my shares. So guys, it is quite suspicious, but in general, it means, for me, at least for me, it means the only thing. I think E-Trade has a lack of shares, and the only thing that they can do is to kick this can down the road for as long as possible. And to do so, they have to basically be quiet, and they have to not to perform any actions that might expose them. That is why they put the money back and they put all shares back, and then they said they were unable to transfer his shares. So, in my opinion, it is quite a logical conclusion, but give me your thoughts in the comment section. So, let me show you another quite interesting update, and potentially this proves that Gary Gensler has a conflict of interest. John Burdery posted this tweet that was published by Crystal Ball 17 hours ago, and Crystal Ball wrote, How does this only have 735 likes? It literally proves how the leader of the SEC runs his own hedge fund and has a 9-figure net worth. Don't you think that's kind of not worthy? Keep sharing gifters pumping instead though. And guys, he also refers to his own tweet that he published on April 18th of 2023, more than 1 year ago. And let me quote to this tweet in details. Gary Gensler is a managing member of Annabelle Lee LLC, which his brother Robert Gensler is a director of. Gary Gensler also controls 3 other family trusts. Crystal Ball Exposures MC, credit to Edward Brychuk for tweeting out Annabelle back in December. Just saw that tweet. So, and let me show you these screenshots. As you can see, it is a screenshot of the Gary Gensler, some kind of statement from LinkedIn or some similar database. And here you can see, let me show you next page, Annabelle Lee LLC. And here is another company, Marshall Trust. And another company is right here, Family Trust number 2 and Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And here you can see that Annabelle Lee LLC is directly related to Robert Gensler. And Robert Gensler occasionally is a brother of Gary Gensler, the head of SEC Commission. And guys, how it is even possible that this type of business is managed by the people who has a direct influence on the entire market? In my opinion, it is a pure violation of federal laws, and I think it is a conflict of interest for Gary Gensler. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad.